6 people in the championship fight as Simon Gradient in Alpine front row, Don DeVento and Tyree first and second from Marcus Adley and Davey Serrachiera. Then we see Castro and Lampfong 5th and 6th from Sebastian Ocampo and Carlos Eduardo Cable 9th from Ina Bamanis at the top half to win the bottom half. It's started by Olsen versus Theo and Tom Dock, with Livery lining up 14th from Portsmouth Cream and Blade and Dragon Sonic. Then we see Ultra Bro, Thierry Headley, and the bottom 2 being Weber and Daniel Bonsarov. Now here we are, the 35% of Bahrain, the final round of the season. 6 round of intentions from Tyree, Adelaide, Fender, Dock and Ocampo. 5 round lights and we're underway in Bahrain. It's one amazing big duel in the desert, and it's a good start for DeVento. This is not what his teammate needs, as Tyree looking to possibly even drop to Adelaide, assuming Adelaide gets everything right. And no, Tyree keeps G2 and he's in fact putting the pressure on DeVento out in front already. He'll be looking to get through to first place, which would be an incredible 37.5 points. Dock getting a penalty, that is not good for the man who's in P5 Championship, down 32 points behind. He needs to win this race if his rival's outside the points if he wants to get this World Championship. He needs that to happen. BDS getting a penalty for causing a collision in the privateer SPM Inc. entry. So that is Sparkling Motorsport. Specifically, that's what SPM means. As the number 13 will be looking to get a solid result on its only race this season for BDS Race's debut. The full-time debut, I mean, with Car Motorsport next season. Yeah, Tyree continuing to be P2, that is not good for him. And he's got Lampfong right behind it for company in the Aston Martin. He will be determined to secure his championship lead and get the World Drivers' Championship. Carlos Eduardo, though, he was looking to be alongside, so I know that was on Cabo actually, with Olsen also alongside somebody. And there are Cabo losing some speed to Tom Dock. He's going to send it on Dock, and Bamanis, he gets 2 overtakes in 1. Oh my god, that was so aggressive, and I'm here for it. He's 38 points down the championship. It would be a miracle if he would win today, as DeVento fastest in the first sector. But what a move that was, as DeVento pulling out. It seems like he's not bothered by his teammate being in this championship fight. He's not bothered in the slightest, as Tyree has not got the assist of DRS. Lampfong right on him. As Alpine, I don't know what they're telling DeVento, but unless he's either ignoring it or he's ignoring it really. If they're telling, I bet they'll be telling him to slow down for Tyree to give him DRS. It looks like he has so this time, as into the final corner. Tyree this time will get DRS, and there we go, confirmation of it. And it looks like DeVento was just trying to go for the fast lap there. That's all it seems to be, which Tyree could do with. Sorry about that. So yeah, Tyree back with DRS once again, but Lampfong is closer than ever. Despite the DRS assist on the Alpine, if that Alpine did not have DRS, Lampfong would have definitely got him. So he's going to be under a huge amount of pressure. Marcus Adelaide in P4 for Toyota, the team that has been doing very bad this season, has actually been a driver in championship contention there, which is extremely surprising. He's 21.5 points down in this World Championship. So he'll be very worried about this championship, of course. When you're all the way down like that, it's very unlikely. The most likely to get it from people below 4 would be Tyree, and he is in P2 right now for the Alpine team. Daniel Bonsarov down in last place. That's not good for the man who can still make up places. Theoretically, he could be P2 in the championship after this race. So there's still that to fight for in a way. And if he would wish there would be 2 rounds left actually, because then he would still be in contention for the championship. But that is outside the question. DeVento and Tyree, they're close. They're really close. The 36 and the 37. separated by a small amount of time. We go down this straight here. Tyree once again falling back. He is not finding enough pace on the softs, while his rivals are, which is going to be absolutely horrifying for him, because he knows one wrong move in this race, whether it be strategy or driving, and Fong could easily take this away from him. Of course, as stand, I think Fong would still lead the championship. Yes, he would. However, it would be a different story if it was first for Tyree and third for Fong, in which Tyree would just seal the championship. He would seal it, and he would do it by 0.5 points, I think. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at first and second actually, as Fong is looking to get ahead. Tyree does not come in against the event, now does. Tyree back up into first place, and Fong is right behind. So if the race was just to end now out of nowhere, Tyree would be the World Drivers' Champion. And he would do it by 2 points, I think it is. I can't quite tell exactly. Yeah, Tyree looking in a good place, because if he just wins this race, and then he's won the championship, doesn't matter where Fong is, and when Fong gets a fast lap, then it might be under a bit of jeopardy. I'm not so sure, because we do have a fast lap point, and the fast lap point will get multiplied by 1.5 time multiplier for the 35% race that we've got as DRS enabled for Lam Fong. He's going to be busy trying to get ahead of Tyree. Meanwhile, while all this has been happening, Davey Sokiera, he's been eyeing up an overtake. He goes for it, and he forces Fong to the inside, and this gets him up into P1. Now Tyree will be very angry with that one. And if they're going to come into pits at the same time, they desperately need, Tyree will desperately need a very good stop, and they do come in at the same time. Fong and Tyree. So yeah, let's just see who can get out of the pits quicker. As people, they're coming. They are coming into the pits, and Fong is going to be miles ahead. And this could be the one race runner. But Tyree, that I mentioned, and it's held up even more. It's an absolute joke though, as Vendetto leads the way from Marcus Adelaide in the Toyota Gazoo racing car. Oh, and Alpine, they'll be complaining a lot on the radio after that one, as the number 8 car 2 Toyota is chasing down the number 36 car 1 Alpine. Yeah, look at this huge trend that we've got here. BDS and P13 in the privateer entry. Then his stop for 2 laps, he's on the 3rd lap of that tyre. As where the hell is the other Alpine? Down in P15. Oh my god. He's an entire 4 seconds off of Fong. At this rate, it would have been worth coming into the pits like this lap instead of last lap. So yeah, Sarkera on under threat from Damian Castro. Down the inside, Castro, he takes first place as Sarkera comes into the pit lane, getting rid of the medium tyre. So clearly don't think that they'll be getting any more pace out of that tyre. The pace has already got out of it, actually. As in the pits, it comes for soft tyres, and Volkswagen bringing in the cream for hards. So going to make him go long, as it seems. And every lead driver of the hard runners, he's been on that tyre for the whole race. And he goes down the inside, up in P2. Ultra's been overtaken, and anyone on these tyres are going to be struggling. Damian Castro, especially 33%. He can still get another 2 laps out of them, though, I'm sure. Which would mean he would pit at the end of lap 9 just to get the maximum life out of them. However, at that time, he would have already lost places to Vendetto, who is our net race leader. Marcus Adelaide, though, he is going to be looking for a strong result. by trying to win this race. He's right on to Benedetto. The hards, with the lack of grip and pace compared to mediums, it's unfazed him. He is finding pace when others cannot. The Brazilian is going to try his absolute hardest to overtake the Alpine, who came all fastest in the middle sector. Benedetto is going to send it. He sent an Ultra. Adelaide is held up. Ultra cuts across, slowing Adelaide down. Fogg moves through, and he's up into third place, which could be translated up into second place very soon. Ocampo, he moves up into P5 for Gulf. I'm having to set the fast lap of the race. Tyree's down in P8. He's sending it on the water. He knows that he has no time to lose. He's got to start making overtakes, and he's got to do them now, as he is looking to close in the gap on Lanfong. And speaking of Lanfong, he is only just behind De Benedetto. De Benedetto, though, he's looking to get past Livery, who is trying to extend his odds out as much as he can. He's still got 57% left on them. De Benedetto enabling DRS, Lanfong also doing the same. Now, which one of them will get ahead first? It looks like none of us sending it yet. So De Benedetto not going for any risks at the moment, but he could also be trying to hold up Fong. As there we go, De Benedetto going down the inside of Livery, and he's through to first place. Lanfong will copy him, doing the exact same maneuver. He's down to P2. I have a feeling he might try to send it into the final corner. He does! He sent it! It's a brilliant brave move from the Aston Martin. He's awarded with DRS and first position. So this here is also going to be bad in the constructors for Alpine. I'm not sure how it's going to go at the moment between the drivers. Livery's back ahead of De Benedetto somehow. And now Tyree, he's only 4 seconds away from the lead, which means he's 4 seconds away from Lanfong. There is still time for him to be ahead of Fong by the end of this race. He's still got the chance for it. Now, while all them guys are going to be fighting, this could allow this could allow Tyree to start catching up to people, as BDS has just pit on a fresh hard. I feel like he's possibly had a puncture somewhere, because he's that far behind. Obviously not a good first race for him in the WEC. As De Benedetto, he gets past Livery, he gets past Fong, he's up in the first place once again. Alpine are on fire as Tyree is starting to catch. He is catching sector by sector, meter by meter. It's a constant gain for him. Adelaide in this fight as well. He's another one of the championship contenders, as he's slowing down. I don't know why. As in the pits comes Benedetto and Lanfong. Well, let's see who gets a better stop this time. And onto the hards comes Dominic De Benedetto. Fong onto the hards as well. And he's held up. He's held up Fong. And he's been held up even further by Headley. This is exactly what Tyree needs. It's perfect strategies down at Alpine. They're gonna make up for that old pit stop. As down the inside Eduardo, he gets ahead of Tyree. But Tyree, he's gonna look to fight back. The Alpine will not give this one up. He's in the P4 once again. But these cars are rapid right now. Livery's still on his tyre. He's still on that tyre somehow. He is on his 11th lap of it. So 10th lap of it. Davey Saracera continuing to lead the way on the soft tyres. But we've got a whole bit of pack racing going on here. Ocampo looking to get down the inside Livery. He does just that. He moves up in second place, as Eduardo does have to drop to Livery. And down the inside, Tyree, he moves up in the 4th place. Oh my, this is absolute chaos. And there we go, Verstio out of nowhere. He's been nowhere this season, out of nowhere. I've just said that 100 times. When he's up in the P3, what is this race? It is full of surprises. And of course, De Benedetto, he's got a lot of pace, but Lanfong, he's going to be extremely furious with the results of the pit stop and stuff. But of course, that is exactly what Tyree had to face. And Tyree, speaking of, he is leaving the pits, and he leaves it in P19. He may be behind Fong, but his tyres are a lot quicker. He's going for a more aggressive strategy. He's going to have to do it because you can't beat someone by copying them. You can't do that. As Ocampo, right on the back of David Cerqueira, DRS is enabled. And he is approaching the Toyota at high speeds. He's going to go for the move now. Into turn 10 or 11. That's turn 11. He takes the lead of the race around turn 12. And the Gulf team will be delighted. Because he can still make up places in this World Championship. He is in contention, but he's 38 points back. You can make a max of 39 points on someone in this race format. As David Cerqueira, he's looking to come into the pit lane, cutting off Theo. Eduardo will see a bit of an advantage there, I guess, as he can close in a little bit quicker on them guys. Adelaide and Livery fighting. Livery really extending. He might be going the one-stop strategy here, which would be an unseen strategy, really. As Bogsarov to get a 5-second time penalty for causing a collision, he's down in P10 now. As a result of everything, Tyree will be on the back of BDS very soon. Lam Fong, he's not that far from Tyree now at this stage. He's only 4 seconds up. So yeah, he'll be looking to get through. He'll be getting BDS soon, I think. BDS on hards, of course Tyree on mediums. As Sebastian Ocampo leads away from Theo. And Carlos Eduardo, who goes up into P2. Incredible overtake. Eduardo sees himself now into a podium, like a more solid podium position. It's a 1-2 for Gulf at the moment. Versio in P3 from Marcus Adelaide. UK Ball is ahead of Castro. And Castro, he gets ahead of the Briton. It's Canada versus the UK. The UK prevails. As into the pits comes Marcus Adelaide to get rid of the hard tyres already. And I'm not gonna lie, this track doesn't look so secure. Let's just say it's extremely dark as softs are put on for Marcus Adelaide. Livery comes into the pit lane and he's gonna get rid of the hard tyres for once and for all. He moves on to softs. So it could be a two-stop strategy in the end, as he is down to P21, which is dead last. Sebastian Ocampo leading from Versio and Carlos Eduardo. UK Ball in P4 from Damien Castro. I think Castro has an advantage on all 4 guys who are leading this race, which means he can definitely make up places and start to hold up people, which can help out his teammate. And there is Lam Fong, and there is Tyree. He is not far behind Fong already. 73% on Tyree's tyres, and for Fong it is 79%. Of course, they're on completely different compounds. David Cerqueira, he moves up into P12. And that's going to be pretty dangerous for him as Tyree goes down the inside once again. They can't be wasting time like this, because they need to monitor the weather. We don't have info on this weather, so we can't provide you with anything. As UK Ball comes in the pits for the second time. Tom Dock also, he's on mediums. And Tom Dock, he is going to be on not softs but mediums. Headley's going to be on soft, so Eduardo leaning away from Sebastian Ocampo. Ocampo will want to get through into first place. Thing is, Ocampo, he has had a bit of consistency this season. He's got 1 podium, and that's it. But other than that, he's had points results that are very similar to the other. Ultra around the back of Theo, of course he has an advantage on them guys. As Tyree still looking to get ahead of Lam Fong, can't quite do it yet. David Cerqueira is still there to put the pressure on. Now a puncture for any of these championship contenders will be absolutely crushing. We all know that, we do. course, no one wants to see a puncture on their car. Tyree right behind Dominic DiBenedetto, the one who held him up in the pit lane. So DiBenedetto clearly himself being held up. He's going to go down the inside of Bogdanov and McCream. It's a double overtake. It's a perfect one nonetheless. Now Foggy left to fight them guys as Tyree looking to get DRS on David Saracchiara. He does just that. And of course that's going to put Toyota back under pressure once again. But the fighting is slowing them down. So they're down the inside. Tyree, it's an aggressive move, but it's a one that has worked out for him. As he also gets DRS, this is just what he needs to close in on that pack. As Lam Phong, only 1.6 seconds to the lead. All of these guys are separated by such small time gaps. It is absolutely incredible what we're seeing. The whole grid only separated by 21 seconds. That's around a second per car on average, but you can clearly see the rest of the packs here forming. Phong gets DRS and he's on the inside line of Dominic DiBenedetto, who is in P5 trying to defend that position. Down the inside, I think no, Lam Phong can't get ahead of the Alpine as the Golfs continue to lead. They are side by side. They're gonna have to pit soon. Their tires are not gonna last that much longer. They're gonna have to sacrifice this, and Ultra should end up leading this race unless Phong can say something about it. He's up into P3, taking P2 right there, and he's gonna get DRS enabled. This is not what Tyree needs, because now Phong leads at 35% of Bahrain from Carlos Eduardo. Toyota, despite his best efforts, he's been unable to hold up Phong enough. Castro gets a penalty for causing a collision. And as for the other championship contender, Tyree, he pissed for softs as he's held up by Saracchiara. Both these guys clearly thinking it's going to be worth it to pit onto new tyres. That's what they think down there. However, the hards on Phong, they're not wearing enough. They are not wearing enough. And that is danger for Alpine. As not only do they want to secure the drivers, but they also want to secure the constructors. And it's not looking good for the constructors either, for them. Because, like, in the constructors, Alpine, they are leading, but it's only by 2.5 points. And that is a very small gap, which seems to get overturned every race anyways. If a team is getting on another team, is typically by 2 points. It's going to be up 2.5 points normally. But here we are, DiBenedetto in Alpine. He is still trying to get ahead of Phong. He's going to try his absolute hardest. DRS is active. And he's through up ahead of Phong, who drops down to P2. Of course, now, if he was to get a puncture, it would be race ruining at this stage. Tyree gets up into P19. He's got DRS, so he can take that place and secure it. With 3 more laps to go, Alpine have a car leading the race, but it's not the car they would have wanted to be leading. As DiBenedetto ahead of Lam Phong, as Phong will start a struggle on his tyre. Adelaide in P3. You can't discount him at all, but his tyres are wearing off, so I don't think he can make it to the end, which will put him out of this championship contention realistically. Ultra in P4, he's not in championship contention at all. However, he can still do something with his car. He's in P14 in the driver standings. A strong result like this, so it would accelerate him quite high in the standings. So yeah, for him, he's got a lot of work to do. He's got his work cut out for him. He just needs to finish it. So DiBenedetto continuing to hold up the Aston Martin there. And Tyree in this race, he's P15. As there we go, Lam Phong back up into first place. As we start the 18th lap of the race, Tyree down the inside, he's up ahead of Headley. If he's not going to win the championship, he at least needs to secure P2, and in order to do that, he needs to make up places, get into the points. So that is exactly what he's going to do, as he's on the back of JD Fenter, who's not been good this race, realistically. Think about it. Tyree's down the inside, and he's going to get ahead of JD Fenner. He can't do anything about it. Fenner, he's not been anywhere but up the top at all this race, and yeah, that's why I've never really mentioned him. He's just not been in high positions like all the other championship leaders have. Top Lock, not really mentioned him that much. He's in P7 looking to get ahead of Damien Castro. He was going to fire a second time penalty, which could be Alpine's saving grace here. As Tyree up into P12, he's going to be looking to get into P11 right now. He gets into P11, and he also gets into P10. And that there, very impressive. It sees him into the points taking positions. This could be what he needs to secure P2 in the championship. As Demento, he's going down the inside. Alpine need to win this race if they want to get this Constructors' Championship. They need to do it to secure it, realistically. Now, yes, they have the advantage of leading, but they need as many points as possible. Demento does lead, though, onto the final lap of this race, and Fong is falling. He is falling back a lot, and Slipstream is not really doing much. It's done very tiny things, but that's about it. Nothing realistically. Adelaide in P3, and by the way, that rain was just a false alarm once again. Ultra under threat from UK Ball. He needs to do something with them hard tyres, but they are dead, them hards. Tyree's still in P10, he's looking to get ahead of Castro. So as it stands, it will be Alpine taking the Constructors' Championship, unless Fong can say anything about it. If Fong wins this race, it will be the Constructors for the Alpine team. So he needs to win this for his own team. After doing the calculations, I've realised that. So whichever of these drivers wins this race, their team will take the Constructors' Championship. So for Fong, he is desperate to get ahead of Benedetto. Even if he doesn't win the driver, even if he wins the drivers, oh, yellow flags in the middle sector. And it's going to be a drag race to the line. But in the end, Benedetto wins the race. He wins for Alpine, and Alpine take the Constructors' Championship by less than a tenth of a second. This is mental work here. UK Ball gets P3, Tyree gets P8, David Serikera for 9th, then it's Castro, McCree, Bogdasarov, Eduardo Fenter, Weber, BDS, Olsen, Headley, Babinus, Adelaide. Oh, it's a puncture. And he's going to finish this one P20. I don't know about me, but I think Tyree's managed to secure it. I think he's secured P2 in the championship. Well, we'll have to find out soon when the championship comes on screen. With the podium celebrations, Fong is the championship winner. He wins the 2019 WEC season. Aston Martin, they'll be happy with that, but we won't be happy that they missed out on the Constructors. And they missed out by only less than a tenth of a second. That yellow flag right at the very end, forcing the drivers to slow down, is what took it away from them. The fact that a simple flag ruined it for them is crazy. So yeah, Alpine, you winners today. So let's listen to the American national anthem. Dominic Benedetto winning from Lam Fong, new Cable, who finally steps back on the podium. Top Knot gets P4 from Sebastian Capo, then it's Ultra Bastillo, Tyree Davis Arquera, Paul Supreme, Carlos Amado, Damien Castro, JD Fenner, Felix Weber, Jens Olsen, Daniel Boxarov, Deary Headley, and Babylus, Max Adelaide, then it's Blaze Sonic, and Livery. So that's it, the season has been concluded. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in 2020 when the WEC returns. See you in Lone Star Le Mans. Goodbye.